Now, here are everything you need to know about WordPress dashboard. So, if you're seeing this video for the first time, this is part of our WordPress series where we're just showing you how to build different kinds of websites using WordPress, and this is for beginners, right? So, if you're a beginner, this will help you a lot. All right. So, therefore, if you're also seeing this first time, my name is Matthew Brown, and this is Fly Studios. We actually are a digital solution provider. We provide digital solutions for firms, for businesses. We help them build websites, softwares, and systems that help them grow, marketing websites, website automations, and a whole lot more. We also use this avenue on our YouTube channel to show people how to build websites without knowing how to write any single line of any single line of code or without knowing any technicality. So without taking much of your time, let's go further. But before that, if you're seeing this video for the first time, you're just getting to know us and you want to know more about WordPress, I'll put a link in the description giving you access to our WordPress playlist about WordPress tutorial for beginners. Here you're going to learn everything about WordPress. You're going to learn all the things you need to know, and the video will help you greatly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. So let's get back here. So this is WordPress dashboard, and the WordPress dashboard is divided into two sections. First, we have the back end, which I call it, or the dashboard basically, and the front end. So what I normally do is to come here, right click and open a new tab, and you have this part of your WordPress site. This is the basic thing everybody's going to see while they put in your web address on their browser or they type in your information. This is what they're going to see, right? But as you begin to build, it begins to take shape, and all the changes you're going to be implementing is going to be happening here on the dashboard, right? Now, on our playlist, we've covered a whole lot about how to get WordPress hosting and domain totally for free, how to get WordPress hosting and domain from Namecheap and Hostinger, which is a recommendation every day and time. As well, we've spoken about how to get your WordPress installed directly on your system so you can start building even without the internet. So now we're going to talk about the dashboard in full so that you can have a bit of an understanding about how WordPress dashboard works actually. So first of all, I've showed you that it comes with the front end and the back end. Here you're going to be doing all your manipulations and all the editing, and here you're going to be seeing all the effects, and this is what people are going to see. So first of all, I want you to just come to plugin. Here we're going to explain everything, so don't worry. First of all, I want to delete everything so we can have a clear space and I can give you a proper understanding of it. All right, so we've successfully deactivated and deleted all the plugins, and now let's talk about it. Because if you're installing WordPress basically on your system, you're going to have something as clean as this. And sometimes some hosting companies will automatically install certain plugins for you on your WordPress website. So let's talk about a few of those things and we'll get into details. So first of all, this is your WordPress dashboard, and welcome and congratulations if you've gotten to this part. The WordPress dashboard comprises of different sections of WordPress. So here you have your full screen here, and here you have some of the menus that are available to WordPress. And so on the dashboard itself, you're going to find welcome to WordPress. You're going to see your WordPress version, because WordPress always updates their version to patch some security faults, some bugs, and all of those stuff. So look out for the update. Here you're going to also find few things. Once you add plugins or themes or whatever you're going to be adding, they're going to be appearing here. So for me to keep my WordPress dashboard clean, what I always recommend is to come to the screen option here, and you are going to just deactivate some of these things you don't need. The only thing I love to leave active is the site health, because I want to know how well my website is doing, right? So I move on to the next part, what we call post. Now, first of all, I need to make you understand something. So WordPress is a content management system. Usually WordPress was created to be a blog, right? So basically it's just for people to post blog content and all. But over the years, WordPress has metamorphosed into something superb and something really, really, really good. And it has become one of the most used no-code system when it comes to actually building websites. WordPress owns at least 40% of internet websites on the internet, which is good. But with the advent of AIs and everything, a lot of people are shifting from it. And you often hear things like WordPress is dead. But trust me, WordPress is the best content management system. Nothing can shift that. And WordPress is now integrating a whole lot of AI, which you're going to see as we go down and more into the video. But let's just go through this. Now we have your post. Now your post covers all the where you're going to be adding your blog post. You're going to click on add post to add new blog post. And now you come to your editing window. Here you're going to write the title of your blog, right? Let's say you want to write about the war in Iran, or you want to write about the World Cup. You put your title here, then you're going to be typing your blog here, right? So you're going to put your body text, right? And if you want to add images in between, you just want to click on this plus. You're going to see images. You're going to see different editors. So we have heading, we have heading one. You just click on browse more. You're going to see more features and all of those stuff that you can always add. Now, you can also schedule WordPress blog posts, right? So you can schedule post it. So you can schedule posts for the future. So what you want to do is you're going to say publish. Instead of immediately, you can choose the date you want that post to go out. You're going to be adding your future image. This is going to be the image that's going to appear on the blog post, right? There are a few other things to look out for. Under categories, this is where you're going to categorize your post. So you want to make sure to click on add category to add a new category. So if I call this the flight, right, and click on add category, you could always add it here. The next thing you want to look at is tags. These are always good also. So you could add tags, you could call it zipline or whatever. Once you're done creating any post, you want to publish it, right? Now, that's that for blog post, and they will always appear on your WordPress website. Now, WordPress comes with this blog post, just this one, because once you come to your WordPress website, this is what you're going to see. Hello world. This is the basic blog post, right? And this currently your WordPress website is just a blog as of this point. I'm going to show you a bit of that as we go on. Now, the next part you want to look into is if you want to create categories and tags without even going to the blog, you can just click here and be able to achieve that. The next is media. This is where you're going to find all the images and the videos and all the PDF and everything you are adding. You can come here to see them. You can come here to delete them. So I'm just going to give you an example quickly on my own website. So now you can find all of these on my WordPress website. So these are the media files I have, right? I have over 676. This is quite a number. Now, this is what you're going to find here on your media, right? But this is one thing you really need to know. When it comes to WordPress, it is not advisable to add videos directly on your WordPress website. It will slow down your website. It will make the website lag. And if you're using shared hosting, it's not good for your hosting, right? Now, what is the best option for you to do? It's best to just upload the video on YouTube or any other video hosting provider, then take the link and use it directly on WordPress. So YouTube is widely accepted, and I think a few others. Now you're going to find them here. You can as well delete them and all of that. So the next thing is pages, right? So the next thing is pages, right? So when it comes to pages, you notice that WordPress just have two pages, right? Privacy policy and simple page. This is a page that comes with your normal website, and you can find them here. This is a simple page, and the page we're currently on is just the simple page. Then that's where the blog page or the blog archive page is, you get. Now, the next thing is, so let me just show you what a page looks like. Now, you can see on our website, this is basically our website, right? We have join, we have access, we have contact. These are individual pages, right? And if you go into each of them, they have their own use. And so this is how to log in. This is where you're going to log into our course website, right? And if you're interested in learning one or two about our website and how you can use scripted website, then you can take our course. All right, that's by the way. Now, these are what pages are. You could add a home page, your about us page, and all of those stuff from here. And how to do that is simple. You want to click on add page here. All right, so here you can add your, let's say we want to call this home page, which is the first page of every website. And you don't need to add a title now. All of the descriptions you're going to be adding here are going to be geared towards SEO, so you can rank higher, right? But this you need an SEO too, but I don't want to bug you with that. So this is what you just need to do. Click on, just add, type home, then click on publish, right? We're going to publish this. Now when we come here, I will refresh this. You're going to see the page has been added, home page. Now moving forward, we're just going to go back, and here you're going to find the list of pages. Then the next is comment. Now remember what we talked about when it comes to posting. Now when you write a blog post and you post it, people can leave a comment on that post, and here you're going to find each of them. You're going to have the ability to unapprove, to approve, to mark as spam, and to move to trash, so you can delete the post. The next is appearance, and this is very important because this will help your WordPress journey easier and make it way faster, so that you could base less on design and more functionalities. I need you to stay with me here. So when it comes to WordPress themes are what I call the skeleton of every WordPress website. It gives the feel, the way the WordPress website looks, right? So this particular theme is provided. If you're using Namecheap to install WordPress, Namecheap provides this. But WordPress naturally comes in three themes, if you've noticed, or if you can see on your own end. We have the 2025, which is this year, which is last year, sorry, 2024 and 2023. By next year, we'll have the 2026, 2023 will be out, and that's next year 2027, right? It usually comes in three. So well, let me activate this. Let me show you what it means. Now, if I activate this, which is the 2025, now I want you to look at how this theme looks like. If I refresh this, the design remains the same. But let's try something else. Let's go with the 2023, right? So let me refresh this now. You see how it looks different, right? It's the theme that makes it. The theme actually affects a whole lot. It affects the way the design looks. It affects the way the font size. It affects the kinds of font, the kinds of color customization, and a whole lot of things you could do. So when picking a theme for your WordPress website, it's very important to pick a good one. There are tons of themes that you could check out. So once you want to use any free theme, you want to come to our theme, yeah, you're going to see WordPress have a library of a whole lot of themes, right? Now you can find plenty of them there. One of the best I go with is Ocean WP, especially if I'm looking to use a free theme or Astra, which we're going to talk about in our next video where we talk about designing a website. There I'm going to show you how to design websites in two ways, and you are going to love it. Trust me. Once you get to that course, you become a designer. You'll be proud of your WordPress skills. So if that's interests you, do have to subscribe and follow for our next video, because we're going to be updating the video. We're going to have it up tomorrow. If you're seeing this today, you're going to see the next one tomorrow. You get. All right. So so it's going to be the Ocean. It's either going to be Ocean WP or Astra. Now, let's say you want to build a news blog. You want to just come here to type news, and to give you different options. So you can see different options here, right, and all. But we'll talk more about themes in subsequent videos where you see different kinds of website you can design, and you can look at how beautiful it is. Let's just try something. Let's say we want to go with this. Yeah, it's news gallery. Click on install. So we're going to activate. Now, if we come here and we refresh this now, and here you can see that these have a way different new look, right? You can see hello world and all of that. Once we start adding our news, it starts taking shape. 90%, 95% of the design has been done. So there's a lot you could do when it comes to themes and all of that. So we will talk more about this as we go on. All right, so that's that. So next is plugins. I call plugins an external software that we use to extend the functionality of WordPress website. Basically, what it just means in simple terms is it's just external tools or third-party tools, or sometimes provided by WordPress, that helps you do way more with WordPress, right? Basically, for WordPress, you can see that the only thing we just have here is just our full design and basic things. But when you start installing plugins, you'll be able to do more things. Like you'll be able to add active chatbot on your WordPress website. So you'll be able to add like active chatbot on your WordPress website and a whole lot of features. Let me show you a few things. Now this is on my website, and I just showed you that we have an online course here. That online course is being hosted by a plugin called Tutor LMS. So you can find it here, right? We have other plugins that runs for our email marketing. We have plugins that run for our sales page, which is Cart Flows. We have plugins that run for buying, which is WooCommerce, if you've heard of it, and a whole lot more. So all of these plugins will help extend the functionality of a WordPress site, or what a WordPress site can do. Now, as of this moment, this is a clean WordPress website. It can't do as much as what this my own website can do, because it can run marketing automation and a whole lot more, because this site already has the ability to do that because of the plugins, right? Now, it's how I explain it in a better way. It's like somebody getting a new device without apps on it, right? You need to download certain apps to access certain features. Like you need to download your Facebook app so you can be able to use the Facebook, TikTok, and other social media platform. So that's the same thing with plugins. Now, your user, this is where you're going to find all the list of the users on your WordPress website. You're going to find all their email address and all. And here you could also see that we have an admin. You could change your password. If you click on edit, you could change the password. You could let's say this, we could change the password, you could change the email address, and do a whole lot more, right? And you're going to find all your users here. So we have tools. Tools are just how to import certain features and your site health. The most important thing is settings. So we're going to come to general. If you are new to WordPress, here is what you're going to give your website a name. So we have the flights, And here we're going to say building. So you're going to put building future with you. Here you're going to add a site icon. Now if you look up, this is a Namecheap account, right? So you're going to find the Namecheap logo at the top here. This is an icon. You'll find this here. You can find, but our site doesn't have an icon. And to do that, you're going to find it here. You're going to say self choose. So we're going to pick our logo. So crop it, and it has been added. So you scroll down. Now there are a few things here. You're going to add your proper email address. Do you want people to be able to register on your website? If yes, yes. Then when they register, what role do you want to give them? I basically would advise is just leave it as subscriber. All right, and that's fine. Now you choose your language, your time zone, and a few other things. So you're going to click on save changes. Now when does your week start? Mine starts on Sunday. You can put yours when it starts, right? So we have connectors. This is a new feature on WordPress. Here you'll be able to add AI to your WordPress from the core. So you'll be able to add AIs like Anthropic, which is Cloud. You're going to add Google, which is Gemini. You're going to write OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, and a whole lot more. We're not going to do this now. On more sophisticated videos, we're going to do that. So you can click on install the AI plugin if you want to, and this should be the first plugin we have. But for you to use all this, you need to have access to their APIs. So we're not going to go into that. So we have writing here. Yeah, you're going to be just going to change your default category to uncategorized. I'm going to make it a zip light. If you have different category, you can just choose one that will always be there. So in case you write a blog post and you forget to put category, this default category is going to be applied, right? So you could do something like that. So it does all for that. You want to make sure to always click on the save changes before you move further. So these are the final things we're doing. We have your reading here. There's not so much things to do. Here is very important. Now remember what I said about WordPress was created first as a blog. Yeah, so anytime you install WordPress, it comes as a blog, right? So which is have your latest post. So every time you're adding a post, it's just going to be adding here. You don't need to have multiple pages, but you can, right? As we added the home page, right? But this is it. But if you want to make a static website, you want to make a website for a company, right? You want to do this, right? Then make your home page the first page and make your post page the blog page, right? You have to create a page for blog. But I'm just going to leave it like this, right? Depending on the website you're building. If you're building strictly a news blog, you want to leave it this way. But if you want to build any other kind of website, you want to make sure to leave this here, right? Now if you install certain things, it will automatically change. So I'm just going to click on save changes. So a few other things you find on your settings are permalinks, you find your media and all of those stuff. You want to leave this to post name, and I think that's all. So congratulations, and this is one of the fastest crash course on everything you need to know about your WordPress dashboard. And now if you're part of this series or interested to follow this series through, then wait for the next video, or just check out if the next video is already available. If you're seeing this video, most likely the next video is there, unless you're seeing it as of when we released it. So you just wait a day and you get it. So don't worry, click on the subscribe button, leave a comment if this really interests you, if you want to see more, and I catch you on the next video where you start building your next website. And so if you're a business owner, right, and you want to build a website, I think the next video will excite you. So if you're a small business, you're an individual, you want to build a portfolio website, whatever, I think the next video excites you. So my name is Matthew Brown once more, and I catch you on the next one. And this is the Flight Studios. If you're interested, we also help businesses build websites and a whole lot more. I'll catch you soon.